Great, Shinas. So in this session, we are going to learn about mind mapping and how to mind map using Freemind. So you are going to invest a certain period of time learning mind mapping. So why should we invest that time in learning mind mapping? You know? So there's a lot of research to suggest that mind mapping improves critical thinking, creativity, and it leads to much better notes taking. And we are going to cover all these three features in the coming sessions of mind mapping. But then right now, we'll just learn how to use the basics of FreeMind. So one more thing that you have to absolutely keep in mind when learning FreeMind and mind mapping on a digital tool like this is you have to absolutely accept or learn the shortcut keys, because otherwise you're going to insert all the information using, these menu panel, and that is incredibly slow, you know. So the very first thing that you're going to do is run the node creation thing. So node creation, okay, I'll just delete this one and insert. I press the insert key and I'm going, this is a new node created with insert. No? So to modify this node, I just type F2. So F2 or function F2 on some laptops. Uh, Also, if I want to replace all the text, so replace all the text. So just type on any node you want and you just replace the text. So okay, let me delete this. Then for navigation, as you see, I'm navigating through my mind map and I'm navigating through the arrow keys that are there. Okay, so again, node folding is achieved through spacebar key. So I could fold everything. I'm using the spacebar key to fold the nodes. And there's one more feature wherein, now the information is arranged, but it was not always like this. So I had shortcuts. So these shortcuts should actually go under learning curve of Freemind. So what I do is control plus left arrow. Yeah. And then I do control plus right up arrow. So control plus left arrow actually changes the structure of the mind map, and uh, you can rearrange your nodes like wherever they fit, or like exactly in your structure. This is where the what you could say nodes should exactly go. And you are going to, whenever you are brainstorming, you are going to restructure your mind map like more than one times, right? So control plus arrow keys help you do that. So again, when you are into research, there are two shortcut keys that you should absolutely learn. One is control plus K. Control plus K helps you to insert. Okay, I'll do HTTPS www.google.com. You could just paste the URL from your browser over here. And okay, that URL is broken. If a URL is broken, you will get this type of a symbol. Okay, ShareX. Uh, Again, do Control plus K, and I paste this. And then yes, you see now there is a red color arrow over here, which is a well-formed URL. And if I press on that well-formed URL, this is asking me which browser do I want to open this with, and then I'll open this URL. So, this is also something that we should know. So the shortcut key for this is Control plus K. Now all these are Windows shortcuts, but then Mac shortcuts also would be somewhat like this, and I'll show at the end of the presentation what the Mac users can do. you know. So again, link a document to the node. So if what if the document is present in your own PC? Suppose it's a PowerPoint presentation or a Word document. So the shortcut for that is Control plus Shift plus K. So I do Control plus Shift plus K. It is asking me uh, the path of the file. So I just put this path. So let me put another document. Um, Let me put, say, okay, this Word document. And this Word document is now linked. So when I click this button, that Word document would open. Okay. Okay. Tell my students that when you are taking notes or you are into knowledge management, when you are managing your knowledge for a lifetime, there is three levels that you like, uh, encounter. So the very first level is when you are starting to think on a paper, you realize how powerful thinking on a paper is. Paper really gives a structure to your thoughts. So that is level one. Level two is when you realize that, okay, this paper, you just might just lose it, right? So rather than using paper, I'll use MS Word or I'll use Evernote, I'll use OneNote to actually, what you could say, think on a linear tool. That is what I call it. These are all linear note taking tools as opposed to Freemind, which is a radial note taking tool. So this is when you realize, and then you start building your knowledge repository in any of these softwares. There's also Notion available, Notion software. So like any of these tools you use. Then comes level three, when you start realizing the power of mind maps, when you are actually dealing with a lot of knowledge, right? The knowledge spans across domains. You are studying various domains, you are studying various books, and then you want to uh, like manage that kind of knowledge, or you want to brainstorm new information now using that knowledge that you already have. That time you realize that, okay, mind map is something that would prove very useful. So any knowledge worker goes through these two levels. That is what I have uh, encountered throughout my life. So, okay, if you are a beginner, if you are an intern, we'll go through these levels very fast and you'll get through the level three threshold very fast. So for Mac users, uh, if Remind doesn't work in your system, then you can use Freeplane. Freeplane is basically built on top of Remind itself. I prefer Freemind to Freeplane because I have found it faster than Freeplane. So that is my reason of using it. Uh, then there's an exercise for you now if you want to really like uh, brainstorm on an idea, like get your hands dirty doing mind mapping. So use all these shortcuts and create this particular mind map. Use okay, okay, this particular mind map, this particular structure, you create it using shortcut keys itself. So that would be the very first exercise for you, and you would actually learn. And once you do, suppose, say, node creation part, then you could have a tick over here. So, you make sure that you have learned mind mapping, or at least the basics of mind mapping.